Would you like to increase your savings? In this video, I'm going to tell you a bunch of hacks for you to increase your savings. Even if you practice most of these hacks, I'm confident that you'll find at least one or two in this list that you don't do. And if you start implementing them, I'm sure your savings are going to increase. Hey, what's up guys? You're watching Boss Your Money with Anthony. If you haven't already, don't forget to turn the like button blue and subscribe to my channel. Now, if you don't have any savings at all, I will link some of my other videos down in the description below. But I don't mention these hacks in those videos. So keep watching this video till the end and then go ahead and check those out. Let's get straight into the video. The first hack for you is separate your bank account where you deposit your paychecks and have a separate savings bank account. This will definitely help you better manage your savings and you're not tempted to use your savings money towards your monthly expenses. The second hack for you is to set up an auto transfer feature on your bank account. You can transfer a fixed amount every single month from your checking account to your savings account. So you don't again leave it to chance on how much you save every month, and you don't reduce your savings if you have an additional monthly expense. The third hack for you is to start paying by cash. Remember, if you don't have the cash in hand, you'll automatically not spend on things that are not on your shopping list because your shopping list is obviously pre-budgeted. You tend to be more aware of how much you're spending when you're actually counting the cash to pay to the cashier. So it's not like handing over a plastic credit card or a debit card, even for that matter, to a cashier and not knowing how much money is actually leaving your bank account. When you're handing over cash, you actually have to count it and you're very well aware of how much you're handing over and how much you're spending. Hack number 4 is when you receive a bonus or a promotion at work, please don't use this money to buy fancy, shiny new things. I want you to use this money to increase your savings and your investments. When you receive a one-time bonus, it is absolutely fine to enjoy a little bit, but please make sure that you know how much you're spending. Maybe have a budget of 10% to 15% or even 20% of that bonus to spend on something that you want. But do not spend all of it because that is not going to help you out in the long run. Majority of your additional income should always definitely go towards your savings and investments. Hack number 5. If you don't have it on your shopping list, you don't need it. Please always have a shopping list before you go shopping, and if it's not on your list, don't buy it. Simple as that. I'm going to leave it at that. Let's move on to hack number 6. You need to stop impulse buying. Impulse buying kills your savings. If you see something that you like and you want, wait at least for a week for your mind to process it, figure out if you can actually afford it before you go ahead and buy it. My next recommendation is when you see a sale sign on a shop window, please don't walk into the shop. That's how they get you. Stay away from the shop no matter what, because just because it may be discounted, it does not mean you need the item. I talk to a lot of people about personal finance and I always tell them that yes, the item is discounted, but you are still spending some money, right? If you walk into a shop and buy a $1,000 watch for just $500, it's not that you've saved $500, you've actually spent $500 that you wouldn't have otherwise spent. That's the way you need to look at it, and that's why it is so important for you to stay away from the shops that have the sale sign on the shop window. Now this is one of my favorite hacks. If you've had debts in the past and if you recently paid them off, continue to pay that same amount that you used to spend towards your loan repayment and start investing that on a monthly basis. This is great because you're not even thinking about the risks of investment. You're literally thinking of it as your loan repayment, and therefore any returns is a great positive return. So start investing as soon as possible with your monthly debt repayment amount. Quick side note, I'm not telling you to stop paying your debts. Pay off all your debts and then start trying this technique. Hack number 9, there is no better way to save than sticking to your budget. If you don't know how to budget, I have multiple videos on my channel. I leave links to all of them in the description below. Check it out. But always prepare a budget and always stick to your budget to achieve maximum savings. But also here's a little bonus hack. If you budgeted to spend $3,000 in a month, but you've only spent $2,700, don't think that those extra $300 are for you to spend. Increase your savings by $300 for that specific month. Hack number 10. If you see something you like or want, or even if it's part of your shopping list, I'd highly recommend you actually look around and do a little bit of window shopping before you actually buy it. Sometimes you might find the item way cheaper at a different store, or if you're looking online, you might find it cheaper at a physical store, or vice versa. So look around and actually try to figure out where you can buy the exact same product for the lowest price. It might seem like a small thing, but in the long run, over a bunch of different items, it's definitely going to add up and increase your savings a lot. Hack number 11. Take advantage of coupons. Take advantage of promotions and offers at stores, and take advantage of the points on your credit cards. Just be very careful when you use your credit cards and make sure you pay them on time before your billing due date. But using these offers and points to actually shop can definitely increase your savings a lot if you're using them to buy things that are already on your shopping list. And last but not least, hack 12 is always try to repair rather than replace. I'm trying to say that if something stopped working or if something is not functioning as it should, it might be beneficial for you to spend a little bit less on repairing the item than spending way more on buying a new product. So if it is something feasible that can be repaired, always consider that option before you go ahead and buy something new. Here's a little bonus hack on increasing your savings. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below, because all my videos are about personal finance and increasing your wealth. So if you do watch my other videos, you're definitely going to improve your personal finances. If you have any other hacks on increasing savings, please let me know so that I can further increase my savings as well. Let me know in the comment section down below. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.